Today, I'll tell you about a strange strategy from one of the channel's members that has managed to achieve a 60% profit in a month with just a simple indicator. This person has managed to double their capital in the past 2 months. This method, despite its simplicity and with proper capital management, can yield very good profits for you. So I recommend staying with me for this success. Before we dive into this truly fascinating strategy, I want to extend a special thanks to all the friends who send me their trading strategies. Truly, some very intriguing strategies have been sent to me, and I am indeed using them myself. I am also trying to share these strategies one by one on the channel. The second point I need to mention is that at the end of this post, we will go to the challenge for the peak and see where the situation has reached. Has it been profitable or not? I will explain the indicators and strategies that we want to add to it. Alright, let's see exactly how the strategy works. It's not necessary for the strategy you design to have 10 indicators or be very complex. You are supposed to make a profit in this market, so any method that exists, even if it's simple or basic, you can profit from it. If you've done that, without a doubt, I have this recommendation for you. My friend, unveiling an indicator used in a way that is based on aspirations. ARSA is truly one of the most popular indicators and oscillators that really exist. If we look here, we are in the overbought zone, and there is a very high probability that a downward trend will start, meaning almost right here. And as you can see, the downward trend has started for us, or here we are in the oversold zone, so we should expect an upward trend, which exactly H. This RSI itself is truly a reliable and versatile indicator that you can effectively use to create a very attractive and potentially profitable trading setup based on it. The negative point about the RSI is that its phase changes happen very quickly, which can sometimes lead to unexpected results if not monitored closely. This friend has used another indicator called RSI Momentum Trend, which was thoughtfully and skillfully written by the talented Tzak88. When you add the indicator to the chart, you will observe that it is either red, indicating a downward trend, or green, showing that the trend should be upward. An important point is that our friend usually uses the default settings of the RSI Momentum and hasn't made many changes to it, but sometimes they change the RSI number to 21. We will also proceed with our work based on the standard 14. So, how does the method work? Just keep in mind, that this indicator, the capital management method that our friend used, is an extremely attractive approach. This strategy can yield a very good profitability for us, achieving almost 50 to 60%. Here, a buy signal has almost been issued for us. Pay close attention to when a positive signal is issued for us. Therefore, it is a buy signal for us. So here, we take a long position in this candle and look for a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Here, exactly, our take profit has been hit, so this position has exited with a profit. Let's conduct a thorough analysis here as well. Here, a short signal has been issued for us, a detailed one. Yeah, we come to close and are looking for a swing here. Look at this. The difference between the position we are taking and the swing itself is quite large. So I come in the middle and take it as supply and definitely look for a TP1. And as you can see, our TP has been hit right here, which means you could certainly say our TP was indeed hit in this candle. Before we move on to discussing the capital management strategy that we used, I recommend you absolutely check out this channel. We've placed an exceptionally good strategy in this channel that can greatly help your method and usual trading strategy. It's truly an exceptionally remarkable trading strategy. I definitely recommend checking out the Tabrizi number. Take a look. The strategy that we are advancing the prop challenge with is this very strategy. Make sure to watch this as well to understand how we are progressing. In the prop challenge we are working on, I have also placed my second personal strategy in the channel. I recommend watching all the other strategies as well. I can really help improve your profitability. Alright, let's see what the situation is like with the other positions we could have taken. If we want to analyze this, you can observe that the stop loss can be below this swing low. Now let me show you. The stop loss is below this swing low, and we were aiming for a risk-reward ratio of 1-to-1, which has almost been achieved with our take profit. Now fortunately, there isn't a single losing position for us to use as an example. Here, this position has also been closed with a profit, just like the previous one, fortunately. Alright, in this position, we have taken a short position. And we set the top of this swing as the stop loss, looking for a 1-bar move as a safety measure. Unfortunately, our take profit wasn't hit and our stop loss was triggered. In the next position, our friend here significantly increased their position size. As I have previously discussed in detail, I mentioned this method in the previous session when you are confident in your strategy's win rate, which can be above 30 to 40%. If your win rate is high, you can increase your position size as long as your trading risk doesn't increase significantly. What our friend did was usually enter positions in increments of 1/10. If a position closed at a loss, they would add another 1/10 or to the next position. For example, if they entered a position with 1/10 here, they would add to it in the next position. In this way, they entered positions with a size of 2/10. And they didn't really focus on how much they lost in the previous position. In this position, they would enter with an increase of 1/10, and if this position also resulted in a loss, they would continue the next position with 3/10. This is exactly what I talked about a lot in my previous post. Be precise, it's not guaranteed that the loss incurred here will be compensated in the position we are taking. It might be compensated, or it might not. And when this position becomes profitable, they would again start from 1. So this position is closed with a profit, and the next position we take should be based on the 1/10 that the person had in mind to start trading. Okay, let's take a look at the pound to dollar as well. Observe that here on the pound to dollar, we also took a position here. For example, we placed the stop here, and the profit that should be taken, it's completely hit here. We always have the company, meaning we took a short position. Set the stop loss approximately here, and considered a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Exactly here. Our take profit was hit. There are many strategies for the rest of the positions here, if we want to look at this. Observe here that we took a long position, set our stop loss below here, and managed to achieve the same 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio that we had in mind from this position as well. If you have paid attention, you will have noticed that the majority of the positions this method provides us are indeed profitable. Now, many of you criticize that it might be repainting or anything else, but you can enter the trade in the next position or the next candle. It's not necessary for you to strictly follow the exact strategy I am presenting to you. You can use this strategy to enhance your own method. If you've been with me up to this point, please hit the subscribe button, like the content, and let me know your opinion about this strategy, Woody. I would also be happy to hear your thoughts on the other strategies that have been posted on the channel. Let's quickly take a look at the prop challenge we purchased and see what our situation is like. As you can see, we only have one open position on the dollar to Japanese yen, and currently it is at a loss. Let's take a look at the history. Yeah, you can see that the win rate of this strategy, which I had presented to you, laughing, is actually not bad. Now, many friends criticize that using a moving average, you want to easily pass the prop challenge, but it really was able to provide us with good profitability. And it can be said that this strategy has over 70% win rate. But the important point is that I don't just use this moving average. When I see strong bar candles, I also take a look at the candles themselves. That means when you see an engulfing pattern or a pin bar, you take positions based on that, and it's not just about using these moving averages. For example, if we look here, I should have taken a short position. Now, it might have been profitable, but considering the existing trend, the downward trend doesn't have a very strong power compared to the upward trend that has passed. Looking at the market, I wasn't really keen on taking a short position.